Hi,
Hi.
I'm Max, knitwear designer, co-founder of Les Garçons, and I can buy myself flowers, but I prefer
What?
when you buy them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It
Oh,
actually came up on my knitting, not knitting, running.
it's a new running song?
Yeah, it's a new running song. It's on my running playlist. Hi, I'm Vincent. I am a yarn dyer, also co-owner of Les Garçons, and I'm obsessed with my air fryer. Well,
Well, fine. I agree with this purchase.
yes. Who's been eating
Well,
like
I'm always
awesome
eating
food?
what you're
Yeah.
making me, so if you're using the air fryer, it's... Well, look at us. 2 weeks in, another episode.
2 weeks. We
We
didn't wait for 6 months.
Come on, resolution being kept. We're still in January. Yeah, still January. So our goal is done.
Yeah.
What are we drinking? Because you made me drink. So
Yes. Yesterday I. Oh, hi. Yesterday I went.
so
No,
festive, yours.
a few days ago, I went to look for new recipes because I wanted new drinks, and I found this one, um, which is called Ménage à quatre.
Pour
So
some.
for some, yep. It's gin, lemon juice, cointreau, so orange liqueur, and lillet.
Is there four ingredient in a four some?
Yes,
Am I good at math?
yes, you're
Yeah.
good. And then I saw that lillet was also used in. What are
Uh,
you drinking?
it's a Vesper Martini. Call me Sir. Maxim Sir. That's what James Bond. That's a James Bond's cocktail. Actually,
Yeah,
it's the Vesper Martini.
it's what he orders in the first Casino Royale movie.
Okay, not in the old
Oh,
misogynic old one.
no, no, the old one. Yeah, in
It's
the
an
like,
old one.
yeah, in the first James Bond movie. I think it's the first. It was Casino Royale, like
Oh no,
the
not the
one
remake.
remade, not the one remade by Daniel
Okay,
Craig,
okay, okay.
like the one like from forever ago.
So not the one that there's just a poker game that lasts 55 minutes with being poisoned and nothing else,
Well,
right?
maybe that's the same movie. I don't know. I don't think we've watched.
Not that one. I think we started like,
No. Anyway, so Vesper Martini. It's gin, vodka, and lillet as well, which is kind of a vermouth wine-based spirit.
but softer to the
Yeah.
palate, I would say. Because vermouth, we never put any. We never put any in our drinks because we find it too overpowering, except in red vermouth
Yeah.
and Negroni, but the white one, not a big fan.
Anyway, so cheers
Cheers.
and happy hour with Les Garçons is now starting.
So what have we been up to in 2 weeks? Did we do anything or
Um,
actually
no,
not really, but
no.
we
The
did.
weather's been crap.
Yeah, there's
Um,
another snowstorm starting
oh, it
soon.
started.
It started?
It
Okay.
started. If you go like look outside,
Yeah,
it
and it's
started.
now -10. So Lola has to put her
Celsius.
little Celsius. Lola has to put her little booties just because it's mainly skins and bones. So
Yeah.
her paws just like freeze outside. And with the salt too, at the beginning of the year, she had like an infection because they over salt all the streets.
Yep.
So it's not for a fashion statement like Tika or anything, but it's just we
No, it's
have
to
to.
protect our little paws.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she hates it.
Yeah.
Big
We
time.
stayed inside, watched TV, finished.
We didn't manage to finish his Dark Material. We totally forget to watch the end. It's on Crave for us. It's the
Yeah.
Canadian version of HBO, and we never look through it. So we sort of
Yeah, I forgot
yeah.
that this season was there, and then I saw that it was out. And
And I'm so happy that they waited that long to make a TV show because the movie was. I remember seeing it in the theater because I read all the books at that time, and with her friend Tanya, who's just she's the one who made me read the books, and it was just okay. And they got canceled because of budget. But now that the TV shows are even bigger than movies, It was exceptional. It was so pretty the whole time, and being able to see all of her characters, like Mary Malone, it was
Oh
her.
yeah,
It
and
was
the
the casting was, yeah,
what are
totally.
they called, the Malufa
Mafuba,
Maf Mafuba
Mafalda.
Mafalda. And yeah, that was fun to see as well. The Angels was the first time
Yeah,
that we saw them. Yeah, it was fun. It was a
and I'm just
great end.
disappointed that no one's talking about it. It's so big. Like
That's
everyone's
because they
talking
already
about.
talked about it.
No, wait. Everyone talked about House of Dragon, now The Last of Us, but never.
Yeah,
I don't feel like it's just. It was great. I was a big
it
fan.
was great.
So do watch it. If you can, do read the novels before. They were amazing. And if you
Yes,
like audiobook, do try it out. I've listened to them twice. They're really well like,
narrated.
narrated,
Yes,
read to
read.
you.
Yeah, the narrator is actually the author, and then there's a cast for every character. Well, not every character has a different voice, but a few people do multiple voices.
Did you
But the main characters
you,
all have like a specific voice.
you read the first book, but you listened to the two other one, or is it the one last
I
one?
read the first, yes.
That I remember we had in on paper and we went to vacation with it. But the other one you listened to?
I don't did it, I don't I
Wait, you knew about
mm,
the
I think I no.
did
Anyway,
you?
I don't like audiobooks normally because I don't like someone trying to do all the voices, but this one was great because yeah,
Yeah,
the voices had like it was a cast, it was a great production. So it was His Dark Material. I think it's on HBO in the US, BBC in the UK,
Crave in
Crave in
Canada,
Canada. Watch it.
elsewhere,
3 seasons, like about 30 episodes total. Very
and they
fun.
closed the whole story, so there's no cliffhanger or anything. It's done. High budget, characters amazing.
It's done.
Yeah, I'm sad that it's done though, because we one of us may have cried at the end.
Well, not telling you who. Um, Air fryer. Let's talk about
Yeah,
that. We did a lot of that in the
let's
past
talk
two
about
weeks.
it.
Well, look, I made a little
What?
lemon slice, dehydrated, for the drinks. So cute. I made awesome food as well.
Yep.
Uh, we received, we have like a consumer report type magazine that I don't know how I ended up subscribed to. I think it was because I clicked something when I went to look for dishwashers and washers and everything. Not dishwashers, washer and dryer. I wanted to know like which one was the best one. And then we received that magazine, the paper version, and it had like the 10 best, or more than 10, but like all of the best products for 2022. One of them was an air fryer. And I was like, let's try it because it was on sale.
The thing with the kitchen things, it's all useful, but they're all like big machine all the time. So it's where
Yeah.
do you end up putting them? But you you can do whatever you want actually. So you bought it without even telling me, but you decide to actually get rid of the pressure cooker. So same
Yeah, we
size.
had we had an instant pot that we weren't using.
Yeah,
So gave that away and then bought that, and now we're making food.
and we never had a fryer before because the
No.
oil was just
Yeah.
like we don't have a balcony or anything here, so it just end up smelling like oil, which we don't want,
Mm.
and it's not supposed to be good to you to
No.
cook with that much
But
oil. So cook with
no, it's
air
fast.
and dust. Why not?
Yeah. It's fast. It's very convenient, and I'm obsessed with it. And now I just do everything in it. When it's a weeknight, it's a lot faster.
Yeah.
So, and it has a dehydrate function. So I made these little lemon slices. Actually, you told me to make the lemon slices. You said, "Oh, we
Because
have
we have
lemons.
lemons. Yeah.
We have lemons.
Have
Make
enjoy
slices."
yourself. Like
Yeah.
have fun.
Well, there we go.
Um, so enough of the air fryer. Well, are we gonna eat something with that right after that?
No, no,
No? Oh,
no.
so we have one night off of the air fryer, which is a good. No, it's not that bad. But like, just for like, we had leftover pizza the other day, and we used that to reheat it instead,
Oh
and it was
my
super
God. It's
crispy.
the best way to reheat pizza.
You just have to play
Okay,
Tetris,
did
because
you say, didn't you just say enough with the air fryer?
yeah, I was
Okay.
I was trying to close the subject, but
Well,
then
then
by
close it.
adding, yeah, air fryer, done,
Done.
good. Um,
But buy one.
yeah. I actually wait for them to be on sale. They're always on sale, and this is where we got one actually during Amazon. I'm stopping the air fryer. Okay. In 2 weeks or so, I don't know the calendar. I'm gonna be going to Vogue Knitting Live. I'm excited. You're actually staying here because of the puppy. She's old. It's
Yes, she's over there. That's
yeah.
why I'm looking there.
We'd like to go on vacation at the end of next month, so we're
Yeah.
gonna ask for a dog sitter then instead. And she's old and grumpy, and that's just Vincent. That's not even Lola. Um, so I'm super excited. I'm flying in with my friend Tanya, whom is just excited because now she's doing all the knitting shows with me. We did a road trip last summer, and it just turned out to be like in a yarn shop extravaganza, shopping and everything. And then last time we went to Rhinebeck and Woolen Folk.
Mhm.
So she's coming with me to Vogue Knitting Live. We're flying in Thursday. We're going to see Chicago.
Chicago.
Chicago. Chicago on Broadway, which is it's gonna be her first Broadway show. And for the first time in my life, I'm timed. I'm gonna see Jinx Monsoon play Big Mama. Just Mama. Is it Big Mama?
I
I
don't
think
know.
it's just Mama. The Queen Latifah's role on
In the
in the
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
She's I'm like sold. And on Friday we don't have any plans yet. We're going to see the show on We're going to attend the event on Saturday and see friends and flying back on Sunday. So I'll bring you back a souvenir.
Yay!
I don't know if I'll buy a lot of yarn because those event tends to be like overwhelming. You're just happy to see everyone, and then you're just like, oh, I didn't buy anything, but I've seen so many pretty. Being able to see the colors in real life is a big plus, so I'm excited for that. So if we see each other there, come say hi. I'm shy, you're shy, we're both shy. We're just let's just say hi. It's gonna be totally fine.
I'll be here in Montreal, so you can send me messages saying that you've seen Max, that he's okay,
You're
he's
not gonna get
healthy.
yeah, you're not gonna get too much FOMO because I'm gonna talk to you the whole
No,
time.
yeah, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I would have wanted to be there. Anyway, okay, go ahead.
For someone who hates musical,
Oh, that's what
they know I hate when this
you
happens.
you mentioned Chicago, and I
Yeah.
said,
Okay, I'm a big, I'm a gay for that part where I'm excited about musical. I would be like a Broadway fanatic if I could attend as many shows as I want to because I love the musical. I love all the singing. I don't love all the adaptation because I get it. You hate it when everyone sings everything. Like I'm going to the bathroom. Like those. Fine. Not all songs are amazing, but it took me like what 6 years to get you to go see one, and we saw Mean Girls because you liked the movie.
because yeah, that that's the only reason.
Yeah, and it was really funny, but honestly, not the best musical ever. But we still managed to go see this one. So after that, I was listing you everything we could go see, and you're always saying no. So Chicago, you wouldn't have come.
No.
And 2 nights ago, because we're still watching Buffy and Angel, our rewatch
Yes.
for you.
We watched the episode once more with feelings.
Oh, you even know the name.
Yeah, well,
I know.
duh. It's season 6, episode 7, I think. It's a musical episode, and I still know, and I haven't watched it in like 10 years, but I still know all of the lyrics, all of the songs, all of the choreography.
And mind you, there's no Spotify soundtrack of that episode, so you know it by heart just by watching it.
Yeah, I rewatched it like many times. Even like the small parts, like they got the mustard out. Like, if you know the episode, you know what I mean. I sing all of it. I even know the dialogues
And
that in between the songs. I
mind you, love them all, but not all of them are great
Oh, they're bad.
singers.
They're
And
bad.
you accept that as part of a show. Even though you showed me the Grey's Anatomy one, well, I'm gonna get operated and I'm singing,
That
and then
no, they sing real songs. They don't. Those are like
you like Glee.
Buffy's numbers are the type that I don't like normally. The I'm going to the bathroom and I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Stab, stab.
Stab, stab. Um, but the Grey's Anatomy musical, it's pop songs. It's just songs that they're singing. It's
Yeah.
not. There's no. Anyway,
But just
that
comment
episode is amazing. All other musicals are crap.
what I'm trying to convince him to go see is the Book of Mormon.
No.
So if you've seen it before, please do get on the bandwagon with me and let him know that he has to go see it because I
We're
saw
going to
it.
close the comments. For
No.
this.
Because I went to see it when they came to Montreal with my friend Eric, and I didn't know it was that hilarious. I didn't know it was the guys from South Park. I just knew it was a Broadway musical coming here, so it was a big surprise. And I know it's the kind of music, not the kind of music, the kind of humor you would like. So if you've seen it, try to convince this Sophia that he has to go.
Oh, if there's a Golden Girls musical, I might go.
I'll be signed up. Oh, by the way, there's okay, I'm sorry, musical lover. We saw Cinderella, Bad Cinderella in the UK. Which you loved?
It's
Because
Andrew,
I made you listen to one of the songs before.
yeah, it's Andrew Lloyd Webber. It was good. The
It
song
was-
was good.
And it's now coming to the US, and the previews are starting the week after I'm in New York. So that's why I'm saying my timing is usually.
But we've seen it,
I know.
and it won't be better. Sorry,
that's true.
Sorry,
It
US
was-
people. It won't be better than the UK
Yeah.
version.
And it was epic.
Yeah.
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 I know.
So that's it. That was us for this week. What we did this week, last 2 weeks actually. Let's tell the people what we're wearing because
Oh, yeah.
they've been asking in the comments for the previous episode.
I'm having
You're
Yes.
having one.
a sweater that has traveled even more than me in the past
yes.
2 years. This is the Yesteryears sweater. It's actually the one that I've knit for Emmy's book Worsted. It was her first published book with Len magazine, and she's now gonna release a second one, which I'm super excited. So this one is knitted in
Worsted.
yeah, but the name of
Payne's Gray.
no the base.
Corey Worsted.
I was missing the Corey. So it's Corey Worsted. This the bottom color is Payne's Gray, and this one is Bone. It's a yoke sweater, really easy to do. Everyone seems to see different things here. Either
Yeah, apparently there's a deer somewhere.
frogs,
I don't see
heart,
frogs.
paper doll, Y.
Well, paper dolls, yes. The heart, yes.
I see a Y here.
But the deer, I've never seen the deer.
Cocktail glasses.
Well, that's the heart. That's the either a Y or a heart.
it's called
But-
Yesteryears because I was seeing Y. Here,
Yeah.
and it felt like.
And then the paper dolls, I can see like their little legs here. Yeah, like their legs, and then that's I don't know. That's the face. That's a weird face. I don't know, but yeah.
Dune, if you haven't tried this base, it is amazing. It's non-superwash. It's a little bit not itchy, but you know it's wool, but it's
Yeah.
still soft, so it doesn't itch. Rustic would be like a great way
Yeah.
of on the rustic side. And it just came back from his world tour for the
Yeah.
book, so
It was in Korea, Japan. It was everywhere.
yeah.
And I'm wearing the Wind Whistle sweater from our Shibui Les Garçons collection. It's a brioche sweater knit with fingering weight yarn. So
It's mohair with a lace
yeah,
together.
it's mohair and lace, but it could be replaced by fingering weight. It's amazing. I love it. I wouldn't knit another one probably because it took me so long, brioche all over. But it's one of my favorite sweaters. And I'm
And the color is exceptional. It's
yeah,
like a pale pink with a hint of grays.
yeah.
It's really nice.
There you go.
Like we said the last time, we're actually gonna divide the section between weaving, knitting, sewing,
Sewing. Yeah.
sewing. I'm never sure. It's a new word for me. Well, I know it existed, but using it on a as a my vocabulary. Oh, fuck. Words.
Words. Yeah, sewing. I started sewing, basically.
Well,
I was influenced by, I knew how to sew.
yeah, we had a machine
Yeah.
from 8 years ago where we're gonna do pillows and you did actually all of our drapes, which is why maybe
Yeah,
you
the
stopped curtains.
Yeah.
So, but it was sleeping for a while, but you actually got it back because
Yeah, I was influenced by Jonathan
from the Jonathan Days.
Jonathan's Days podcast. Words again. Um, and yeah, he got into sewing as well, and I figured, oh, like, don't know what to knit, let's sew something. And we bought some fabric and patterns from Merchant and Mill that we knew them because we have their scissors in stock in the shop.
They did play a big role in having you start sewing again, just because
Yeah.
their aesthetic is crazy, sexy, amazing, and all their patterns are super modern.
Yeah.
That we could actually see ourselves wearing, and it's not something we've saw before. Like just one maker, one company making the style we love.
The
That might be
Yeah.
why.
So I started with a bag pattern, and here it is. I'll show you. It's called the Jack Tar bag. It has a little faux leather handle, and it's a bucket bag. So it doesn't look
No, it's huge.
it doesn't look too huge, like when you see it from the side, but it has like a big round bottom, like we like them. So it's
It has a bubble butt. That's what you're trying to say.
yeah. So it's really nice and spacious. Oh,
And
I
you-
have the pattern in there.
And it's
Hi.
a sturdy fabric, which make it really nice. Like we're bringing a bottle of wine in it with our groceries,
Yeah.
and
Actually, like all the alcohol I bought for the drinks, I brought in there. Yeah, I used the Merchant and Mills hardware, so like all of the little rivets here you can see, and the half circle type thing here. You can see all of that is Merchant and Mill. There's supposed to be a magnetic clasp that I forgot because I thought I hadn't bought it, but then I did, but it was too late, so I forgot.
when we show it to our friend Mario, he's
First
like,
thing he
"Ooh, it's
said-
amazing. It's just missing this."
I'm like, I know. um, the outer fabric is the Expedition dry oilskin in olive from Merchant and Mills, and then the interior is another dry oilskin. I think it was a dead stock fabric, or maybe not. Dead stock fabric are fabrics that they have but they won't have again. It's just something that they had made for a movie set or whatever, and then they don't have it. That's it. It has pockets. Can we see?
Pockets?
Yeah, little pockets inside. It was very fun to make. It's written as a beginner pattern, and it's a beginner pattern.
Yeah, but your level of finishes on this one after
after
using the
enough-
machine for like 7 years is quite.
Thank you,
It's exceptional.
thank you. Yeah,
And I
so
will
that's it.
spot a bad seam. So,
You will spot. Well,
hey,
don't look too much at the bag that I'm making now, because
I'm
now,
sorry, with Heidenhammer and Lorian from Lullabies, and like,
yeah.
I know exceptional work.
And when we
Exceptional work.
were in Edinburgh in November of this year, end of October, November, we bought this amazing real.
The real story is I made us buy this.
Oh yeah, well
I had to convince you.
it's Harris Tweed. It's like
Let's bring some
50.
Harris tweed from Scotland. Not a good idea.
Well, it's like
Why?
50 or 60 pound a meter.
Yeah,
Like
but
it's super expensive. It's made by hand.
two
Harris,
skein.
like for
Three skein.
Harris Tweed has to be made by hand, like woven by hand, but it's not. And by hand, often they mean like it's a weaving loom that has pedals, so it's still like human powered. Yeah, that's it. It's human powered.
There's a rule book to be
Yeah.
called.
So it's authentic Harris Tweed, and I'm making another Jack Tar bag for Max in this very great fabric. It's herringbone. I don't know if you're
like
we
little
can see
herringbone,
it.
black and white.
Yeah, like chevron herringbone. It's very cool, very nice to touch. The bag is going to be amazing.
And it came with a little tag, which is a sort of certificate saying this is the original
Yes.
fabric that you can actually use. So I think on the side of the bag, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. And then I bought the kit for the hardware as well from Merchant and Mill, so I'm gonna have all of the same hardware. And this is the lining. It's it's from Bond Textiles, and it was part of my birthday gift.
Because this year, I don't know if you've been with your partner for a long time. The first 5 years, we were like super excited to get each other's gift. We knew like we were super creative. It's been 10 years we're together. We buy everything we want when we want, mostly.
Like an air fryer.
Like an air fryer. And I wouldn't have to give you that, but yeah.
Yes.
So unless you're Kevin, you can buy Ray is
Chainsaw.
yeah. Oh, no.
I don't. Yeah, don't
Well,
don't,
yeah,
don't
okay.
try to be a. That's an axe.
Just saying that would be a great these are the guy of Needle the Ready. This would be a great birthday gift, just saying. So yeah, so for his birthday I had a couple of ideas, one that I kept actually for Christmas, but the one I knew is we were heading on vacation and I was looking at different fabric store we could visit, and I saw what I was looking Bawn, Bawn. It was in Glasgow, but we were
Yeah.
staying in Edinburgh. But we knew we rented a car and wanted to drive around, and I said to him like, "We're gonna go there. You're gonna get a shopping spree. You could get whatever you want, but be reasonable. Otherwise, yeah, I didn't even say that.
Yeah,
I knew
didn't
you were
say
gonna
that.
be
Yeah, because I am always am. Yeah, Glasgow is like an hour, about an hour and 15 minutes from Edinburgh. Then we were heading down to the Lake District in England, so we did a little road trip, then side trip to Barn. I bought that, and I bought a
just
lot
the shop
more.
was amazing,
Yes.
so pretty. We could have bought everything
Yeah, all the fabrics were great. We didn't have projects for them, so I'm trying not to build a stash
like yarn, but
like yarn,
yeah.
but like a fabric stash. So I'm trying to limit myself to projects and patterns that I already have.
But we got to fangirl a little bit.
Oh yes,
So if you're a fan of sewing,
the great. Yeah, in the UK, there's the Great British Sewing Bee, which is kind of like the Great British Bake Off, but it's for sewing.
but it's not like Project Runway where they will do gowns and everything. This is more for people who
Yeah, home sewists.
yeah, thank you for saying all the words that I can't pronounce. So it just felt like something you could do, and imagine watching every episode and decide to do the same thing
Well, some people do it
I think
because
this would be
the
cool.
patterns that because there's three challenges. One is you have to do a pattern. They give each contestant the same pattern. They have
So
to
a
make it.
technical challenge.
Yeah, and then they have to. The second one is they have to create something, and then the third one is they have to make something and have it fitted to a specific person, as a model. Uh, but yeah, some people do the pattern challenge because it's a usually like a commercial like in the sewing world that I don't really know that much, but I know one term is
Patterns.
patterns. No, the big
Needle.
four,
The what?
the big four,
Okay.
and they're
Your
it's
cocktail?
no, that's ménage à quatre.
Oh,
The big
cleaning
four
floor.
are like four companies that do commercial patterns. Like there's Vogue, there's McCall's, and there's two others that I've seen, but I don't know them the top of my heart. Top of my head,
Mind. Heart.
heart.
In French is
Yeah, par cœur.
par cœur. So
Yeah,
by heart.
by heart.
On the top of your head would be
Yes.
the. Eh.
Anyway, and I think it's one of like the patterns are usually one of those, and they're commercial patterns, so people know which one they're making, and they can like buy it and then make it at the same time. That being said, on season 5 of the Great British Sewing Bee, there was a Scottish woman,
Jan.
Jen, that was minding the shop for the weekend while we were there.
She was so kind,
So
so
kind.
helpful, super. It's Scotland is similar to Quebec, where we're really warm people. We are welcoming. We like
Yeah. Well,
comfort food, like all those things where it's gathering, family gathering, and all those things. It was so nice to see her. Like, can we be friends? And we none of us said we saw you on the show. We're just like
Yeah,
smiling and talking and like, what are you guys doing? We're road trip, like knitting retreat, and oh, I knit too. Oh, nice. And we're just like, it was.
And then I talked. I tagged the shop on Instagram when I did a little story about sewing this bag and using this textile, and I got to talk to the owner of the shop through Instagram. The one that was on vacation, and that was why Jen was there. And apparently Jen mentioned us. The two guys from Montreal who came to buy fabric on the weekend.
Was Raf on that season too? The French guy?
No, that was the
season after. Okay.
I think.
Because on the season after, there's a French guy, Raphael, I'm guessing, but Raf. Um, I'm following a lot of Swiss on Instagram because from the show you get to see what they do and what they do a lot of reels and they upcycle mostly things. And he messaged me the other day because I was following like one of his friend made the hide and peek, and I was like, this is so cool. We're sewing, knitting,
everything.
Like,
so
we're all makers at some point. Okay, I got excited with like very fine girling and everything. Okay, let's
show the fabrics that I bought at Bonn first. Yeah. So I bought 2. Well, Max bought them for me.
Yeah, and you might gonna do things I'm gonna wear too.
Yes. So I bought this again. I have the pictures of what they are somewhere, but that's kind of a flannel, cotton flannel.
Look at the color.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make a shirt with that. There's a Merchant and Mills pattern called Arbor.
Like a big jumper would be nice. Yeah.
No, it's like a dress shirt, like a button shirt.
Oh, I thought like
no, button shirt.
No.
I think it's called Arbor from Merchant and Mills.
Okay.
And then I got this fleece, this cotton fleece, to make probably the comfiest sweatpants ever, or a shirt, a sweatshirt. I'm thinking
like a sweatshirt.
I think I have enough for a sweatshirt.
It was the first one we saw that it was a warm gray. Most of them are cool gray, and you could get this one pretty much everywhere. And this one wasn't that expensive. You could actually make sweatpants or
yeah. So I have enough.
So nice.
I have You can see like how thick it is. I have enough to make probably like a big sweatshirt or sweatpants. And then I'm gonna make a button shirt as well. And then
At the shop where we got
the Harris tweed. It's called Edinburgh Fabrics. It's in Edinburgh, if you can believe it. Uh, it's a
no
really
way.
nice. Uh, it looks like a mom and pop shop,
Like
like
most of the
like
shop.
family owned. Like it looked family owned, and they had like a great selection of fabric, and they had a couple like a bunch of Harris tweeds, and they had these woolen.
I'll go to Mood and bring you something this time in New York.
Yes, you can do that. Bring the expensive fabric.
Make, I'll tell you it's expensive, but it might not be.
So those are two. It's wool. It's British wool. I will put the name in the notes below. I forgot to check before we started filming. It's a company. They have like a lot of tartan base. I think this one is from Wales, from what I look, because all of the tartans are registered to some kind of website database, and then you can see the name of the tartan, you can see who created it and everything.
Because there was a big pile of different tartan.
Yeah.
I'm guessing most of the tourists are making kilt for their
Yeah.
family member to go to graduation and different event. Because I'm guessing a kilt must be quite not easy, but easier to do. You have
No.
to learn pleating, but
Yeah, but there's hardware.
it's just a big hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I'm not saying do the whole little bags in front, but
I'm not making you a kilt. That's
no, those are for anyway.
yeah, those are for shirts.
Yeah.
Also, so I'm gonna make shirts with that again. Yeah, two little woolen tartans. It's gonna be beautiful. But I bought also a big bolt of undyed cotton to make well, not samples, but what do they call it? They're called toile, I think. Not sure. I'm not too familiar again with all the terms.
Oh, the muslin?
Yeah, the muslin.
Okay.
But it's not muslin. It's
Similar.
basically the same weight as this one. So
It's for you to test prototype and fit
yeah, before cutting in that expensive. Well,
yeah, and souvenir
somewhat
fabric.
yeah,
also.
souvenir fabric. It was not that expensive, but souvenir fabric that we won't be able to get more of
Like down the street.
anytime soon.
At Fabricville.
Fabric land.
I know, but I don't understand.
In
Yeah.
Canada, it's fabric land.
Why land and ville?
Well,
They're
because it's
just-
French.
Yeah, but
French.
okay. So.
Cheers. Cheers to the French. We're almost done.
Translation. What's the movie? Loriane.
Oh,
So
we were in France. They sometimes translate movies, movie names, to another English name. Instead of translating it in French, they change the name, but in English. The first one we knew about was The Hangover. It's called Very Bad Trip in France.
yeah,
And then
none of these three words. Very bad trip is a French word, but
yeah,
you
and
don't
then
understand
we
hangover.
were
but you
talking about in the studio the other day. We were talking about Bring It On. And in French, it has like in Quebec here, it has like a name that
Le tout pour le tout.
yeah, like
Everything for everything.
no, it's like
You're all. Bring your all.
It-
For,
it-
anyway, yeah, it doesn't translate well.
but then in France, it's called American Girls. Yeah, well,
Yeah, but it's
they're
generic.
American Girls.
What do they do? We don't know.
We don't-
like
we don't know,
American
but they're-
cheerleader would have even been
yeah.
better.
American Girls.
Cheerleaders. Point.
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 Period.
Period. Anyway, okay. Sorry, we.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tangent.
Last thing I finished this week is not sewing. Well, it required sewing, but it's a weaving project, and I mentioned I would talk about it in the previous episode. this is our dishcloths. It's a paper thing.
The clean one.
Yeah, I cleaned them, both before showing them. So there's this one. This one, and then there's
That's the second one. Oh no, that's
no, that's the first one.
You see a little
You
color
see that it's
difference.
been used, and this one,
Yeah.
and this
Oh
one
my
needed
God, yeah.
finishing, but it's not. It's because the weft is different.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Yeah, no.
washing and okay.
I used this pattern. It's called Beginner's Cotton Towels by Sarah Resnick, and it's from I got it on the Gist yarn Gist. Is it GIF or GIF? We don't know. Beanie. It's Gist yarn GIST, and they have some weaving yarn and then weaving patterns, and some are free. So this one is free, and basically you warp your loom with black. Well, I used black, white, and gray, and then black, white, gray, and then you do 2 towels. So you warp the entire length of like 2 towels worth of warp, and the first one I did with white, the same white that's here, weft, and the second one is with the gray.
Like Caleb from
Bearded Pearl.
Bearded Pearl did a whole like loom. There was like 6 or 7
Yeah, you can.
out of
Yeah,
it at the end where like these ones are different from each other, but the middle part is the same because of the weft. Is this weft?
that's the warp.
Warp. I need
That's
two
the
terms to learn, and I just don't know. Like
Yeah.
I don't know my left to my right, so I'm not surprised that this is.
So
yeah,
this one I used the white thread as the weft, and then this one I used the gray, and then there was a bit left over. Where did I put it? Oh, it's here. There was a bit of warp left over, so I have like a little
for my whiskey glasses.
yeah, just a little towel here.
Oh, and you tried something different with this one?
No, it's well, it's the black.
Okay.
The weft is the black one.
Were you supposed to do a third one, or it was just
No,
extra
it was
fabric?
just supposed to be 2, but then I followed the pattern and I had some
extra one?
warp left over, so I just continued to not waste this, like about, I don't know, 12 inches, 10 inches of yarn. I used brassard cotton, 8-2 cotton. I doubled every slot, and I used, I think, a 12.5 reed or maybe a 10 reed DPI reed. Yeah, that's it. And then it was just like a long, in between each towel, like if you hold it like this, and then there was this, like this one was there, and I basically, in between each of them, I had like a little, maybe an inch of another color that I used to cut, and then I serged. Well, that's what I did too.
Yeah.
I
These
got
ones
a
were done
serger.
for a while, and
Yeah, this one was done for a while. I just folded the hem here, and then sewed. But this one and this one, I got a serger to go with my knitting machine, and I tried it on that. So this one is just serged here. We don't really see it.
yeah, you don't have to do anything on
We
the
don't
right
really
and left
see
hand.
it. But this one is folded.
Okay, folded, and the other one is just searched. Oh,
Yeah, this one is just serged.
I didn't even see one. Because the this isn't this one the old one.
No, this one's the old
Okay.
one.
This one we've been using it for.
Yeah, for a while, and then the other 2 weren't cut and
Yeah,
and
that's the part
finished.
where it's like knitting, where there's only like one row left to do with the serging
Yes.
part.
Well, you
and
have like
it's left for.
to fold, and then
I know.
I
Take the
press,
big machine out. And,
press. Yeah, but yeah. So that was the other project that I finished. So I finished these 2.
Nice. And finished object. Otherwise, we only have one knitting related because we're not now gonna talk about
Yes.
knittings, even though we're makers. And
Or crafters.
it's finished, but I've been quite
Yeah,
freaking
is it
lazy.
though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just didn't weave my ends, and it's a big blanket, and I've just been putting it on the bed and hiding all the ends on the back just because
Yes.
I was lazy. This is the big brioche blanket that I was working on the other time. I got my leftover yarn that I needed from Pearl Soho. This is Gentle Giant or Gentle Giant in the color Pigeon Gray. It's, I would say single ply, but it's honestly like if it
It's
was,
a roving, yeah.
yeah, it's a roving that hasn't been spun. You could actually spin yarn from it directly. It hasn't peeled a lot since. And I've been careful where I'm rolling it down and putting it on a commode
Commode dresser.
dresser. If in French you don't know a word in English, try it with
Yeah.
an accent and see if it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Like commode,
Commode. It's a dresser.
dresser. Um, but Lola, our dogs love it. It's super warm. I haven't blocked it because it's gonna weight like a freaking ton.
Yeah.
But I need to steam block it because it's still like this and it actually can go really stretchy. And I'm gonna try to do that. But as you
Ah,
see,
watch out for the glasses.
oh sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, there's some little ends. It's super easy to fix. There's like 10 of them, but I know I just finished it, put it on the bed. Oh, it's pretty, and
Yes.
did my whole. And when I finished this one, guess what? I had no whips on my needle or anything. I spent 2 hours in January. No whips, nothing. Needle all are free. I've put them all. I've even rearranged all my needle, and by rearranging, I mean gathering them all and put them in one bag and just like shove them all as fast as I can. But yeah, it's really nice. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
huge. It's big. It's a just simple pattern. I did a I cord cast on. I did a long I cord. I picked up stitches along the way, and then I just did a simple brioche pattern the whole time because I thought that brioche in super big
It's about like
stitches.
50 stitches.
I think it was 52 total.
Yeah.
I wanted to do 48 by 60 inches, and I didn't mind if it wasn't as large or too large. I just wanted to use as much yarn as I can from what I ordered to have to be a stash buster because I had most of it from my stash, but those skeins are freakingly huge and they take a
Yeah.
lot of space, so I really wanted to do something. If you have children, like many pets, I wouldn't recommend it because it's just going to be like felting super fast. But if you just wanted to have it as a statement piece that you're not going to use every day, it's going to
Yeah.
last longer
Like
than
it's more like a home decor.
like you have pillow you can use and then you have decorative pillow that you don't use.
Yes.
This would be like
Decorative throw.
throw, yeah. I'm still gonna use it, and it's the thing that I wear. I had a sweater made out of a similar yarn, and I didn't mind that it looked um used. It just felt like it had some love to it.
Yeah.
So that's it. That was my big FO. Really happy, really simple. There we go. So fluffy. So my next project is actually inspired by the blanket because while I was knitting it, my goal was to use stuff from my stash and find a creative way to work it and have it seen in the apartment. Like not all sweaters, something I could wear. And I
Yeah.
have a lot of variegated yarn, and I thought like they're really nice in my stash. Want to turn them into something. Decided to make I-cord out of yarn. So I'll show you one.
We talked about the power drill combo type thing.
The meltdown, all
the
those.
ma- yeah.
Now I'm good at it. Can take me 40 minutes to do.
It's one skein.
One skein turn into a ball. I will actually attach just like right here. Oops, sorry. Right here, I will put with uh, pinks,
Clamps.
clamps.
Pince?
lobster clamps,
Pinces?
pincers. I will attach the acorn maker there. I remove the crank
Yeah,
where I actually plug in the drill
yeah,
from Canadian Tire. Feels so manly. Like, wow, I'm
yeah.
using a drill.
We'll
Like,
we'll
almost.
have like a like we mentioned, we'll have
We'll make a tutorial
a
out of it.
tutorial to show you better than
Yeah,
just like
because
plugging
being
the
able
drill
to do
into.
this in 40 minutes took us like 2 days to figure out the best way of if it fell on the floor, things get tangled. So we managed to do it all. So that's a whole skein turned into a ball. This is 30 yard, 35, maybe 40.
Oh yeah, you had calculated it.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
we did the whole thing.
we
So
had
that was
shown
the original
this.
swatch,
That's a swatch. The green one is actually a
full skein.
full skein. Yeah.
And what I have
Where are
so
you
far,
at?
I got hooked. Like, I've assembled skein for my stash mostly from the dyer from Ireland, Olan Mill.
Just looking at how
Yeah,
your cable is small, but yeah, it stretches a lot.
when you actually work on the I-cord, it's, am I going to be a scientist? But it's kinetic energy. Is it
Kinetic.
kinetic? Close enough. Kinetic energy. So everything gets tied up a little bit. Same thing. It's the same thing with when you spin your own yarn. It needs to relax a little bit. But with this, it's even more. Because can you put the sample just in front of it?
Oh yeah, that's
Once it's blocked,
blocked, and you can see the difference in the
it grows and
yeah, like in between the ridges, you can kind of see like
even more.
here's a like
I'll try to.
you can see between the ridges. Yeah, exactly. So,
So
but if you leave it unstretched,
once blocked, it's gonna be even nicer. But right now, I could have blocked
No,
every
that's
skein
not.
before, but I don't honestly don't see the point. So you see all the fades. It's mostly from skein that I've assembled together. The last one that I've added, like yesterday, is this one, where I felt it was gonna fade, but I get a big stripe. So I think I'm gonna pull it out and replace it with something else and add it later on because my whole fade is
Yeah.
gonna go to blues and green and then dark grays later on.
So you have like here, like if you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skeins,
7, yeah.
and that's the seventh.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the eighth one, the brown. The first one is smaller because of the I cards. I
Yeah.
cord.
1, 2,
One,
3, 4, 5,
6,
6,
7,
7.
8.
Which one?
The brown. These are two different ones.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why did I
there's-
say 8?
That's it.
1, 2, 3.
Why did you say 8? Because math.
8 is a pretty number.
Math.
I don't know.
People. Math or mass?
I cannot count to 8.
Yeah. Okay, so there's 7 skeins. There's 6 skeins plus a 7th attached that you're gonna remove.
Thank you. Yeah. So as you see, this is, so imagine it's 40 minutes per skein, so which means I am not doing it I do some of it, like I could do 2 skein a day and then later on
Yeah.
knit with it. The thing is though, is with big needles and a heavy project, because if it's we said 7.
7. Yeah.
Okay, so this is 700 grams of yarn attached to it, so it's already starting to be a little heavy.
Yeah.
It's not as fun as knitting fingering weight, which with smaller needle.
Yeah.
So I can do some stitches and then my hands cramp a little bit and then I switch to another project.
And then all I hear when I'm watching
Yeah.
TV is
It would be the same thing
Yeah.
with wooden ones.
yeah.
These are US 17, so this would be something in millimeter. I don't know what it is because
It's-
they don't write to, they don't write.
Is it,
They even have more space than Chiagu to write on it, but
wasn't it written on the cable? Is that what
that's what
Jean-Phi
Jean said. But
Yeah.
why, there's so many space on that.
Yeah, I don't know. No.
US 17, I don't know exactly what it is. 13 millimeters? Maybe. Loving, honestly, the project.
Sure.
It's going to be an epic project at the end. I'm hoping to do a whole fade And
12.5 millimeters.
okay, someone asked, "What do you do with the ends of every skein?" I have none
None.
because
Why?
I can be smart sometimes. It's
You,
an I cord, like sometime. There's 4 stitches. The I cord is made out of with the machine that I have is made out of 4 stitches,
yep.
and I will actually cut both ends at the end and have them on live stitches, and I will um, Kitchener stitch them in between, which will actually create
Yeah, it's a
a whole long
seamless.
seamless. Since mine is a fade, you really don't know where I joined the other yarn. Um,
There.
where's Waldo? Um, I think this project would look amazing with just scrap yarn, creating little lines of you have like I don't know like a meter of fluorescent yellow, and then
Yeah.
it's like 5 or 6 meter of grays, and then it would just create something like pixel art, like or when we were well, hopefully you all our age or close to ours, where not
No, they're not. I've watched YouTube stats.
are
Um,
they younger than us?
no, they're older than
Okay,
us.
that's fine. Then you will understand us. It's more of the younger generation. Like, I now I see the difference. Did you know that if you ask for a kid to mimic what is it to talk on the phone, they don't do this.
No, they do this. Or, yeah. We're old.
That's honestly
Cheers.
when I realized I was old. Cause nope. Okay, sorry. um, the whole TV when the channel wasn't unlocked, like glitches,
Oh my god.
it would look like that. Unlocked channel doesn't exist anymore. You just get
Not, I don't know what it was called in English. Because I didn't know English back then.
when you try to look at those adult channel, this but without any human part would.
Oh my god. Maybe we can talk about like movie channels that you weren't subscribed to, and then yeah.
No one
Anyway,
was looking for that, honey. It was
honey.
honey. Hey. Okay, so this is gonna be a long project. I'm gonna change the top one. I'm gonna keep it to add it later on. I'm guessing, because yeah,
This one.
this one is actually gonna melt nicely with the one before. I'm hoping.
Will it? Oh, okay.
I don't know, but I don't want to buy new yarn. I just want to use
Well,
from
or
what I
you
have.
can just go ahead like it's a scrap project. It's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect.
It has to be.
No, it doesn't.
I no, I know, but okay. I'll I'll think about it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, I'll figure out, and with your help, that's true. Because the thing that I hate with him is I'll do 98% of something, and then I'm stuck with doesn't work, and then he go over my shoulder. I'm like, did you try this? And I'm super annoyed. No, I didn't. And then it works. And then he takes the whole credit of the whole
Well,
freaking
yeah,
thing.
because without my 2%, that would be 0%.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes, that works. Math. We talked about
We
math.
talked about it, but yeah. So I found that really annoying, but really helpful. But
We'll figure it
don't.
out.
Yeah, don't. I'm not gonna tell you
But
too
you
much.
cannot steal from my stash.
I am stealing all the time. I'm not telling you though. But
My whip is a very long one. I think last episode I was done the yoke, just the yoke, and I had started a sleeve.
look at you being a speedy knitter.
Yeah, and now I have 2 sleeves. I knitted both sleeves. I have to redo this cast off because I'm super tight. Both sleeves are done. And then I'm at the ribbing for the body.
It was almost a finished object.
Almost a finished object. But the designer
Who?
is asking for 5.5 inches of twisted rib.
But it's so pretty.
It is very pretty.
It's your last thing, and then you're done.
But then I thought, because the instruction says knit until it measures whatever, or 2 inches and 3/4 or whatever, like 2 inches and 3/4 before your desired length.
I'm not the one
Words.
struggling with words today. Yay!
Desired length.
No, I've
So
struggled.
I was
a lot.
like, oh, so if it's almost 3 inches until desired length, so that means the ribbing is 3 inches. I'm like, oh, just 3 inches of ribbing. Like, and then I read the instructions, and I'm like, ugh, 5.5 inches of twisted rib. And I'm doing size 52 inches.
And I've got bad news for you. I'm loving twisted folded brim. It looks so nice. It is a long.
But you know what? I'm gonna cheat, and I told you I was gonna cheat.
Well, do it.
We
'Cause
did that.
we're gonna compare actually.
Yes, it's a test. It's cheating for testing. I'm
We
gonna.
do not recommend this on your SAT, but
I'm gonna actually work 3 inches of the twisted rib, and then do the rest of the 5.5 inches in stockinette. So what is gonna happen is the stockinette is gonna go under.
yeah,
We won't see it stockinette. There's gonna be like a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch.
it should work because
It
it's
should
gonna
work.
be like the folded brim of the Opus hat.
Yes, it should work. And then we can write write that in the pattern.
But I wouldn't do that for the
No, not
yeah,
this
because
one.
this one you
can
can
see
easily
it.
see it, but no one's gonna if you're gonna show you're gonna put it out off, not just
But
a little.
I'm not even sure. Anyway,
No,
because
no,
this
this
is
one I
also
would,
a
yeah.
folded
Because you sometimes
neckline,
would
but we won't write it for that. I might try at some point just to see if you can see it. But I'm definitely gonna cheat on this one because I have to finish it tomorrow
yeah, because we're doing the photo shoot
in
for us
3 days.
this weekend.
Yeah.
The nice thing is you're doing it for friend Tanya, and you've made a size that's gonna fit both of you with different
Yes. Different ease.
ease to
Yeah.
it. And I cannot wait to see it on her.
Yeah.
I was so happy with the color we picked for this one because Minnie's Wheat is a color we had for a while because these are
Yeah.
all in Les Garçons hand dyed,
Yes.
and we never knitted with it, or
No.
a lot of her friends did, but we haven't. And this with Carmen's story,
Yes.
it just looks so
And natural.
clean.
Look at that color work. Can you believe it's my second project?
Color work?
Yeah.
No.
Well, no.
You did the
Third.
unbearable hoodie
Yeah.
and a old pillow in Knitpicks when you learn
yeah, but
how
that-
to.
Oh, and then Lola's sweater. You remember? It was too small. Uh,
Oh yeah, Lola
But
didn't like that
for
photo.
like a big sweater, it's my second sweater. I did the unbearable hoodie and then this one. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you never.
No.
How? Sorry.
How?
How? I'm like always designing. Oh,
Because I don't like your work. No, that's not. I love it. I love it.
I know you do.
So yeah, so I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna wear it in the next episode.
And
What?
don't be discouraged. Yes, this is a more advanced and beginner friendly.
Yeah.
Most of the rows are 3 colors.
Yes.
But look at how even the tension is, even without being blocked. It has been steam blocked though, because
yeah,
steam helps a lot.
steam block. And you know what? I'm a rebel, and I didn't catch. Well, I don't know if I can show it.
The floats aren't that long.
No, but I didn't catch any floats.
I've seen an old interview with Caitlin Hunter, and she said, I'm a rebel too. I don't catch my float. If it's for you, like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna put that sweater with like 7 rings with like diamonds. Like, you just be
No.
careful, and once you have it on you, like, nothing is gonna.
But it does help even out the tension sometimes, though.
Yeah, but I think it
But-
depends on the fabric because this one is a non-superwash, so it will actually
Yeah.
grip. It helps a lot. If it was a superwash yarn,
Yarn.
if it was a superwash yarn, I would recommend catching a float as much as you can because these one will not, they will slip because
Yeah.
superwash mean the fiber is surrounded by like a thin little plastic thingy. Wow. Uh, so it's gonna slip even more than on this one. But we say non-superwash. Non-superwash doesn't mean that it's itchy. It's actually super soft. It's just it doesn't go
Yeah.
in the washer dryer.
I'm
That's
just looking at that. Yeah, looks nice.
looking forward for
So
you to finish
next
it.
time, it's a finished object.
In the new year, new me.
It's over there.
Sorry.
It's far.
Cool. I'll get something.
Oh, where is Max? How prepared were we?
Yeah. I've actually realized that I'm old 2 years ago when every time I have to get up, even though I'm not making, it doesn't feel like it's hard. I'm doing the
Yeah,
just because I need to move.
old man's noise.
I still consider myself as young at heart. Anyway,
Younger than me.
by 2 months. Uh, um, this is a new design of mine. It's a collaboration with Moonbeam.
Moondrake?
Moondrake. Sorry, but she has a color called Moonbeam. This is what. This is me. Too much information. It's a collaboration with Rochelle from Moonbeam.
Moondrake?
Wait. With Moondrake. Sorry, this color is called Moonbeam. Okay, that's
Yes.
why I'm confusing everything. That's honestly amazing branding of hers. Of I love Moonbeam. Oh. Moondrake.
There you go.
Rachel.
There's two L and an E. I would say Rochelle. but-
Rochelle, fellow Canadian who moved to the state not so long ago.
Do you know?
Well,
I don't know.
I know she misses Canada a little bit because that's the
Who
thing.
wouldn't?
Yeah,
Right?
it's the fiber friend where we've actually talked on Instagram for a while, and I met her for the first time at Folk in September, and I was pretty sure I've met her before, which I haven't, but
Okay.
internet made you feel like you know everyone. I was just so happy to see her. She made a collaboration with Spin Cycle,
Yep.
where they made her own colorway, which is called Moonbeam for Moondrake. And she wanted me to use it in a design. I was really excited with it because there's many different colors in a fade. I took the pastel end of the fade, which has more like a pale blue, some little yellow and green, and a little hint of brown and beige. And she released not so long ago a new base called
Fua Fua.
Fua Fua, which means fluffy, and it's mostly assigned to pancakes.
Yep.
Fluffy pancakes. And the color that I got was actually like a pancake. This is our 75% cashmere and 25% merino. It is so luscious. I've never really worked with cashmere, and I'm hooked. It does feel like super precious. I'm using her base as held double. I don't have a skein to show you because I've used all the one that I have, and she's sending me more for me to finish the project. And I had so much fun doing this that I've knitted until I had like this left. So that's why I don't have any. I wanted to do a design because of I-cord, to use I-cord as stripes for a shawl, which mean, I'm not sure if it's going to see it well, but it would create a 3D effect.
Yeah, it's little stripy I-cord.
Bumps.
Yep.
So this is what I have so far. I started to do a thin shawl, but at the middle it's gonna be squared. So the last time I invented the schmal for small shawl. Now this could be a scarf shawl. So scarf. Carl? I don't know. Um,
Stop trying to make Scarl happen.
so I'm using the spin cycle as the stripes, so you get like a nice little fade. And I was really inspired by these two colors together. Oops, sorry. Because this to me felt like a sky where the moonbeam looks like a gradient you would find in sky, and the little fuya fuya would look like
Clouds.
clouds. And you're not
Watch,
gonna see it.
watch
I'm
out
sorry.
with the needles.
Sorry.
Poor puppy.
Puppy. Um, you don't really see it well here because it's mostly tonal, but I'm using one of the ends and weaving it in the front to create a little dotted line in between. So it might gonna be called something like bump or
Speed
bumps.
bump?
Speed bump
Yeah, someone suggested speed bumps, or not suggested, but
on Instagram, yeah.
said that it reminded them of speed bumps.
And it does. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use the word speed. Just it feels soft and airy, like calm, and
Yeah.
not speed. So
Maybe
maybe just bumps. We'll see. So I'm almost halfway through the shawl. It's gonna. I'm sorry. Sorry. Um.
Hold it the other way, maybe.
Yeah, but
No, like the needles in your other
oh
hand.
yeah, but it's
There
gonna be
you
the
go.
wrong. Yeah.
No, there you go.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. Left and right, guys. Hard to manage. So there you go. Almost halfway through the shawl, so I'm hoping to be able to have it nicely
Wrapped.
wrapped and be able to do like a knot here and have it longer. We'll see if I'm able to do that. It's gonna depend on how much cane it does need. I'm hoping to have only one skein of spin cycle required for the fade, which would be 50 gram. You could switch it for your own handspun. You could create different bumps with different scrappy yarn you have at
Leftovers,
home.
yeah.
Easily. And for the fancy yarn, hoping to have 4 skein total, which would be 200 grams. I'm holding it double, so this has a DK weight gauge, and the bumps are sport weight gauge, which means it will create the same gauge for both of them. If we have DK and DK, the bumps would puckered because the fabric would be too large because you knit this way and then this way. I'll explain it all in the pattern, but right now I was really happy to figure out. I know.
Are you confused, Lola?
She's always confused.
Are you confused? Yes.
Are you my favorite daddy or is he my favorite daddy?
Oh,
And I think you are right now.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll work that even more later on. This is like a week of work. Super excited about it. Really
It went
hooked on it.
fast.
Really fast. I love thin shawl lately, so there you go.
Here you go.
Is it me again?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Your last whip. Because
Last
I only
whip.
have one. I need to stay faithful to the House of
You
Diamond.
have a big deadline.
Yes.
Ellie Diamond. The next whip is we're living in my 08. Is it 08?
Oh.
No, 03 is the original one.
Oh, oh 08, I think.
08
Number 8.
from
Number 08.
Heidenhammer. Obsess. It's camo print. Hello. Sari Nordund released a hat pattern. It's the Robin Beanie. And I really wanted to work a sample in our yarn for this one. And it's in a brand new color that we're going to release
We're
soon.
going to show you soon.
And what I found really fun is it's a top-down hat. So you start from the top and then you work your way down. So you do all the increases, and now here I think I have to do like 11 or 12 inches of ribbing, and then I'm done. I find it really fun. I'm a team toe-up socks, and it's like the same thing for the hat.
We talked about that.
I know. It's You're
But
toe,
I wanna try a
you're wrong way. I'm toe down, so it's not cuff up. No, cuff. You
cuff
cuff
down,
down.
your
I'm
toe
toe
up.
up, right and left. Um, and this once you did the whole thing at home while reading the pattern,
Yeah,
after that you just do two,
2x2 ribbing.
and
Yeah.
then you bind off. So this
Okay.
is gonna.
Go back down. Oh, there you go.
This is probably
Finally.
my social knitting for VKL. I'm hoping, but I might have had it done before. We'll see. Um, can you get the yarn that just like?
Went away.
Sorry. For this yarn, for this hat, you need to have one fingering weight yarn. So I'm using this new pink called Kirby's Pink.
Kirby's pink.
Kirby's Pink on our BFL 4-ply,
British reply.
British 4-ply, held together with one strand of mohair.
Yeah, in the same colorway.
Yeah. So this is like a grayish pink. With this, it creates. Sorry if you have some little tiptoeing.
Yeah.
It's Lola. It creates a little marl fabric.
Yeah, it's a very it's a nice fabric. It's soft. It's luminous.
Yeah, during the winter time, it's gonna catch the light a lot. There's a lot of knitting to do because the brim is folded twice, so it's a
So
thickness
3.
of 3,
Yeah.
and it's a long one. So we're gonna see
Yeah.
what it does. But I'm really happy with how it's going. This is like my Saturday night knit when we're watching a movie. Super easy.
Looks nice.
There you go. Yep.
Yep. We mentioned the new Kirby's Pink last
But who's
episode.
Kirby?
Who's Kirby? It's the video game character.
And
Kirby.
a surviving character in Scream because she's gonna be back in Scream 6.
Oh, she's called Kirby.
Yeah, she's called Kirby. She's a geek, and I'm guessing. Well, my guess is she's one of the killers. We'll see. And I'm not gonna watch them.
And when we showed the Yeti,
I'll show the Kirby first. On
yeah, that's what I'm.
Sorry,
Calm down.
call the manager.
When we show the Yetis holiday with the Yetis mystery box, we mentioned that there was going to be new colors, and Kirby's Pink is one of them. So here it is. Oh, it kind of looks like. So it's just a new, a little bit muted pink. That's gonna replace our Jody's Cake colorway.
Because this one and Pepper's Mint are the first two colorways we developed. You developed, well, we exchanged, but you're the one who did the whole recipe out of it.
Yeah.
And it was only a pink that wasn't fitting perfectly
Yeah,
with
it doesn't
Oliver
work
palette.
with the other colors.
This one does
too
now.
much. This one does.
And it's a sweat. This summer I started a new addiction
Yeah,
of pink.
t-shirt.
There's a t-shirt that I wore the whole summer, and it's exactly that color. So I know it fits me well. So it's
So
a good
that's on Nick Crew base. That's BFL Twist DK. So that's the colorway, and then that's on British 4-ply, the one that Max used for his hat.
thing.
So it don't really show here against all of the colors, but yeah, you can see that's that. So that's one of the first colorway
This would
that
look
came
amazing
from the
with
box.
any green, any blue.
Well, talking about green,
Well,
second colorway is Lauriane Sage Advice. Lauriane is our dye studio assistant extraordinaire. She does a lot of things.
right arm.
Right arm, she's
Is that an English expression?
I'm
Bras droit?
not sure. Anyway, she needed her own colorway, and she loves Chris's Spine. I think we mentioned it. She loves Chris's Spine. but it already existed, so we created a new one that's a sage green. So it's called Lorient's Sage Advice. So that's the second colorway. And then we have the one that we can see. There you go. You could see it already. The one that it's Kieran wanted a lot, and we knew we had to do it. It's called.
I'm sorry, but
oh. It's called Nick's Current Obsession, but current is spelled Currant, like the fruit. You see, current.
it's the same way of current.
Huh?
Current?
But A-N-T.
Oh, A-N-T.
This one is
okay,
A-N-T.
that's the A-N-E. Okay.
And here you can see it on the British Aran, so the gray base, and then that's on the BFL Aran that we're going to show, that we just had the new base in stock in the shop, I want to say. So that's the third colorway. And then the last, also from the box, is called Ellie's Childhood Home, and it was developed on a picture that Ellie, our friend Skyndeer on Instagram, she sent me a picture of her home in Norway, I believe, when she was growing up. The home is not exactly this color. It's more like of a cobalt blue or royal blue, I would say. But in that particular picture with the sun that was setting, it looked like a deep teal and it looked awesome. So that's the color I wanted to try to have. It's not exactly the color of her home, but it's the color that I saw her home first.
Did you see her holiday jumper that she designed with La Bien-Aimée?
Yes.
Because when we saw her like a while ago, she was working on it, and
Yeah.
she released it this year. It's red and grays or white.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, it's so nice. It's really like a nice traditional look with
Yeah.
a little modern twist to it. Really talented designer.
So this one is on the Ecru base, and this one's on Mohair. But we'll have all of the colorways on all the bases. That's what we were doing this week. Dyed everything. We have 9 bases now, so it takes a lot of work to dye everything
with all the colors.
Yeah. So
and you teased earlier about the new base.
Well, hold on. Before you mention the new base, I'm just gonna show them all together. I mean,
like this cream shawl.
Yes.
Or color work.
Like with a gray.
Because neutral. This summer I was obsessed with this one. Now I'm buying all my hoodies this color, so I know. Yeah.
Look at that. So this will be released. I don't know when. We're gonna take the pictures this next week. So I would say not this weekend, the weekend after, the weekend of Vogue Knitting Live.
Okay, so if we continue with our 2 weeks podcast, next podcast, these one will be releasing soon.
Yes,
soon to be released. Okay.
Soon to be released. So I would say like in a week and a half, about, we'll have those colors on the website. And they're going to be part of the regular collection.
But now on the website, what we added last week was a new base to us. We already had an Aran weight, which was the British Aran that I'd used for the this one for the single malt sweater. And our friend Jean-Philippe used it for his Horatio cowl.
Yes.
Which required three skein.
Yeah.
Really nice cowl, perfect for winter. Our new base is this one that you show. I'll show a pillar one. It is 100% BFL wool. The twist it is
it's blue face for those who don't know, BFL is blue
A hamster.
face. No, yes, it's our hamster. Oh, we should feature her.
That's
next
true.
time.
Our hamster is named BFL because I thought it was a cute name, and her whole name is Beatrice Fortuna Lily,
Yes.
which we've never used
Anyway,
because it's too long.
BFL is not a hamster. It's a sheep breed. It's blue face Leicester, and it's our merino. Like
That's true.
we don't dye merino because there's already so much of it. If you want merino, you can find it um, in a lot of
And
places.
personally, for socks, I prefer
Yeah.
BFL because it's a bit thicker than merino. And most of my merino socks that I knitted, and after 2 or 3 years, so it's a long while, they ended up having holes in them.
Yeah.
My BFL socks, after 2 or 3 years, they're still,
Still good. Yeah,
yeah,
the fiber is a little bit sturdier. It's just a little bit less soft than merino, but it's still very, very, very soft.
yeah.
The superwash and non-superwash are super soft. It's a little bit more sturdy. And so this one, like he mentioned, the ply
Is
on it, it's so beautiful.
because it's thick because of iron weight, and you really see the different. Like, look at these colors. Can you steal the one I have on me? I've sort of pulled out a little color
A little
palette.
palette. Okay, maybe not this one.
Yeah, this
We'll find
one.
this one.
It's so nice, and I'm always gonna bring.
Max's camo. Oh, it looks so great camo on this
Yeah,
colorway.
you would get really big splashes of black
Yeah.
to create a camo to it, like hats, mittens,
Wait, like my next
dog
project.
sweaters. I've
My
seen.
next project.
Is it the dog sweater?
No, it's not going to be a dog sweater,
Can
but
it be a
I
dog
think it's
sweater?
going to be a hat with this one.
Yeah,
The Nick's current obsession. It's also Vincent's
correct.
current obsession. Um, yeah. So that's going to be my next project. A quicker project.
That's true. So
And a
this one is
sweater.
Max's camo. This one is Louis Shade. This is MS Stone.
Yep.
And this is formerly known as Cheryl Skull Gray, because she's now Cheryl Fernandez Versini. I hope. Or is she still
No,
married
she's
to?
just Cheryl now.
Girl,
She's not,
stay Cheryl.
no, she was married to Liam Payne after
But are they divorced?
Fernand. Yes.
Girl, Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Okay. This is Jill's Dusty Pink, Knitterella. The color was inspired by her.
Yes.
And Roseanne First Knit.
We miss you, Roseanne.
Yes.
But
She was
She's on TV now. She's famous.
all the time on telly. On telly.
Yes.
I'm
on
so
tele-
happy.
on tele.
So happy for you.
Yes.
We miss you.
We miss you.
She was she's an actress, and during the pandemic, she's a
Yeah.
knitter also. Everything closed down, and she was needing a job. And
She was
we were
our
friends.
first Loriane, our
Yeah.
first.
She came to help us, and
Yeah,
now that everything
did
had
everything.
opened, she's
Yeah.
like, our parents are watching shows that she's in, and was like, yeah, we were working with her. Just
Yeah, my mom was mentioning an episode of a show, a TV show. She's like, "Oh, there's this girl. She's pregnant," and she was telling me about the stat. It's,
and District 31, she was in District 31. She was in it. Was she?
she had something. Yeah.
And she was in Little
Okay.
Little
Let me-
Woman, the theater. I'm just plugging.
Yes.
Yeah, she made an audition for the show. And yeah, really proud of her.
So
It's
my
so
mom
nice.
was telling me about this story, about this actress, and then this character that's pregnant. And like, oh, I know her. She worked with us at the store, at the shop. So here we go. And she also had her colorway. That was Roseanne. That was it. That's the end of the story.
We have only one thing left. I'll show you the inspiration before.
Oh. Well, we've shown
We-
the inspiration before, no?
No,
Oh no, that would.
no.
Yes.
Our friend knew from Heidenhammer while we were at Unravel. She showed us a new prototype she was gonna do, which are called retreat bags, because our friend Carmen from A Yarn Story organized retreat in the UK, where we've attended twice. Once we were engaged there. The second time we celebrate our anniversary there.
Yes.
Can you? So these are really special to us, and these bags come when you go to the retreat, and have like
Yeah, the first time
the first time
you
can,
don't get
one.
you don't get a bag
Every
every
time.
time you go to the retreat, but the first time you go to the retreat, you get a bag.
And it's a great
Yeah, it's a great little
side
bag.
project. Everything.
2, 3 skeins. I think 3 would fit.
Even 4. Honestly,
four,
it's
yeah.
a lot of thing to work in it. And then we talked about our collabs week that we released during the winter break.
Yes.
And New was like, I'm in! Let's
So-
do one.
Ta-da! We had the same bag made with a different fabric. So gingham tartan. This is a gingham. Oil skin. And it has the little fox. There you go.
Yep,
Little
in oil.
fox in gold leaf kind of thing. And golden print. And it was super popular. We had a small quantity because they're all handmade by New and her team. It has a little Les Garçons tag in there. We had this like a super small.
For this one too. So really smart and design project bag.
Yeah. We had like a limited quantity. They sold out very fast, but we ordered more. We did order a ton.
We're gonna have more, but
We're gonna have more.
it's still gonna be limited.
It's still gonna be limited edition because we believe in having handmade product be a little bit not feel like it's manufactured. So they're still handmade. We don't want to have to make new like thousands of them.
Yeah,
Well, maybe not
honestly,
thousands,
our
but
first rule in collaboration is you have to have fun doing it.
Yes.
It's the same thing where our clubs, they're always limited numbers because we want to enjoy the
I
whole
don't want.
process.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to dye the same colorway for a month on end. That's boring for everyone. The same thing goes for that. We're gonna have a limited quantity. We're gonna have more than we had, but after that, they're gonna be gone.
On the product page, the product is still listed.
Yes.
There's a little button on it. If you want to click on it, it's notify me when available.
Yeah,
and you'll get the
notify when
newsletter.
available.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we're gonna send out a newsletter to let you know when they're available. So do sign up for there. We're using this as a diary of what we're doing every week too. So it's a great
Yes.
way to keep up to date if you're not
Yeah, it's kind of a little blog type thing that we just put a little update on what we're working on, like this. But you have different projects.
Yep.
So that was it. Was that it?
That was it. I think a lot of
we-
different craft this week.
Yeah.
This
Can we
past year week.
can we go eat some food from the air fryer?
We can eat food. Yeah. Hair fryer mean quick? Then yes.
Yes.
All right.
Cheers.
Well, have
Well,
another good 2 weeks. Hope you have fun.
Bye.
Bye.